What's good, everybody? It's Reed. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going over a 3-packet false cut sequence. Something that's quite useful to mix in with the false shuffling. It looks pretty good. It's not really flourishy, but it's just very confusing. And it's a full false cut, so it keeps the deck in the exact same order as how it started. So this was inspired by, I want to say Xavier Spade, maybe Pandrea, I can't really remember, but I saw them do a similar 3-packet false cut, and I changed it up to make it a little bit smoother and handle a little bit better for the way that I like to perform. So this is a great 3-packet false cut. Not too difficult, a little tricky, but with practice and muscle memory, not too bad. All right, but without any more talking, let's jump right into the video. All right, so I'll just give a quick demonstration. You probably saw it in the intro, but we got the 2 of hearts on the bottom, 9 of spades on top. Just give the deck a couple of cuts, and the 9 of spades is still on top, 2 of hearts on the bottom. All right, in terms of some exposure, there's not much to expose. Just follow the packs. Top packet in my hand, okay? Put the top packet back into the left hand while taking out the bottom packet. All right, replacing the middle packet, replacing the top packet. So the breakdown. So I'll teach the swing cut quickly in this video. Swing cut is definitely the best way to cut cards in your hands, in my opinion. So you're gonna hold the deck in this kind of overhand grip, like this. Thumb on the back right corner, middle finger on the front right corner, and then the index on the side. You're gonna just about halfway, you're gonna pull up with the index and kick the pack over. And then all you're doing is taking it with this hand and throwing the other pack on top. So again, lift, kick over, grab, and it just looks like this at speed. All right. So once you know how to swing cut, that's what's pretty important for this move. So we're holding the deck in that grip, all right? Thumb at the back, middle on the front with the index on the side. We're doing our first swing cut and swinging the top pack into just a regular dealer's grip, okay? Then we're gonna do a second swing cut, and this is probably the trickiest move, okay? So if you notice, with the swing cut, we have our index on the top, middle finger here, and we have these 2 fingers free. So as you come to grab the next pack, instead of grabbing the top pack, like you would in a regular swing cut, right? You grab the top pack on top, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the thumb in between and contact the middle pack. At the same time, the ring finger is gonna come down and grab that top pack. So now you're in this weird claw position, right, in this hand. So you have index, middle, and ring finger holding all of these packs. The thumb, like I said, is gonna slide in between this pack as it's delivering this pack. As this is grabbing, the thumb and kind of the crotch area of the thumb and index are gonna squeeze to pull this out. Okay, you don't really want to stick the finger in there. I suppose you could, but it's just a lot quicker to get out if you just kind of squeeze it in that weird fashion, right? As you're replacing, you just squeeze and then the index comes up to pull that out. So now you've just pulled the bottom pack right back to the bottom, and now it's just about replacing. So we have the top pack down here and the middle pack here. So you're gonna just do now, imagine these were together and we're in the second half of a swing cut, and then we're just grabbing the top pack and throwing the last one on top, okay? So I'll go over it again. Swing cut, grab the top pack, swing cut, place the top pack on the bottom, grip it with the ring finger while pulling out the bottom pack from the middle. Come back over the top with the thumb. You're gonna press down on the thumb while pulling the bottom pack out between the thumb and the ring, and then let that fall and then throw that pack on top, okay? So another little tip, you do your first swing cut, you do your second swing cut, you do the replacement, you take out the middle pack, and then I use this free middle finger to further kick over that pack. You just bring that middle finger up and contact this and push it out a bit more. Kind of hard to do slow, but you're kind of just pushing the pack out a little bit more. Okay, so it goes like this, and then I'll just use that index finger to lever that pack out to make it easier to pull off. You watch, let's see if we can see the index finger. See that right there? It's kind of something small that I do, but it does help, because the hard part about this is when you've done this cut and you go to grab this one, sometimes you'll squeeze off cards from this pack and they'll all get jumbled up. If you're squeezing too tight, it's that last, when you're kicking over, If you squeeze down too tight, you might pull the cards off here and it'll just become a big mess, or you'll pull the cards off out of this pack and you'll lose a few cards there, right? So you just want to be careful not to lose any of the cards and get the pack out of order. So subtleties, there's not really many subtleties to go over with this cut in particular. So what makes this cut so, I think, so strong is there's kind of a secret switch when you're doing the cuts, right? So you do the first swing cut. Now you have the top pack here, and it just kind of looks like you're going like this. This is kind of the motion that you're making. You're just bringing the hands together. But really, you're switching out the top pack for the bottom pack. And at speed, it's pretty tough to tell, right? That there's much of a switch, especially if you tilt the wrist down a little bit, right? It really just kind of looks like you're doing this, but then you've actually just done a really quick switch. So now if someone was trying to follow it, they might still think this is the top pack, but really it's the bottom pack. Again, this is quite a hard shuffle to follow if you get good at it and you do it fast, because it's a 3-packet cut and there's so much kind of fast commotion going on. In terms of body language, you just want to have this smooth, and this one, yeah, I'd say this one's all about speed. Like, the faster you can do it, the harder it will be to follow and the better it'll look. It looks pretty cool to do if you do it nicely. It's fun to do too, fun thing just to practice with a deck of cards, I've always found. Being natural, of course, don't make it seem like you're keeping track of the deck. Just, you know, lay back, lean back, have fun while you're doing this cut. You know, you don't need to announce, I am cutting the deck as you're doing this. Spectators won't understand that you're losing their card or you're giving the packets a cut. You know, if you're gonna say, okay, I'll just give the cards a few cuts, do this a couple of times, it's very nice. So time for some other uses and ideas. The best uses with this shuffle are just to combine it with some other cuts and false shuffles. If I'm just retaining one card, I'll do, you know, a false shuffle, maybe a few false shuffles, then a false cut, maybe back to a false shuffle, and get into it, right? You want to mix it up. If you know some full deck false shuffles and you combine it with this full deck false cut, it can look quite nice together, keeping the deck in full order. I would not use this as a control, like don't just have them put their card on top and then you kind of do the false cut sequence and keep it on top. If you do know, of course, any nice controls and you want to use this as a convincer at the end, kind of thing, or just a nonchalant moment of just more mixing, it's quite good for that as well. All right, everyone, that's it for another video, a little shorter one today. Definitely a fun one. This false cut's quite fun to practice, but do practice it. Again, there's two little confusing moves that can be a little tricky to get the hang of. But once you've got into muscle memory, you don't really even need to think about it. So I'll do this a lot, you know, just while I'm talking or using patter. It's quite good for that, just maybe while you're sitting and talking, doing some patter. You do a few false cuts, makes them feel like you're losing their card a little bit more. All right, well, that's it from me. Please like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.